The kid who outsmarted North Korea.
In December 2016,
Yeah, let me know what y'all think about this one. Let's get it.
hundreds of high school students from around the world gathered in Hong Kong for a global competition. These students were the top math talents from their countries, participating in one of the world's most prestigious events, the Mathematical Olympiad. Among them was a team from one of the world's most secretive and secluded countries, North Korea. 6 young men stepped forward, dressed in white dress shirts and black pants, with loyalty badges of the Kims pinned over their hearts. Among them was
I never got that shit. He like, bro, he trying to be a god or something. Like, bro, chill out, bro. You ain't that hot. You ain't that hot boy.
Jong Yol Ri, visibly more anxious than his peers. While his teammates smiled, Jong Yol kept glancing to the side, worried about something far more important than solving equations: his freedom.
Ooh. Wait, what?
Jong
was trying
Yol
to
Ri's
escape
story
that
starts in a
bitch.
small town in North Korea, a country where your social status and opportunities are
Because if any of y'all don't know, if you are born in North Korea, good luck. Good luck. Shit, bro. You about to live there, you about to work there, you about to die there. Like, they ain't gonna let you do shit. Do they even got skateboarding in North Korea? Like, holy sh! I ain't even looked that up yet.
often determined by your family's background and history. Jong was lucky enough to be born into a relatively well-off family, which meant he didn't face the extreme hardships many North Koreans endure. Families with ties to those who fought against Japan during World War II or have connections to the ruling party tend to have more privileges. Jong's father saw potential in him and played an important role in supporting his early education. Unlike many children who are forced into hard manual labor or military training, Jong had the rare chance to focus on academics.
Yo, what do you think about North Korea? You there? Hey, twin. Hey, twin. You there? Alright, bro.
Particularly mathematics. From a young age, Jong showed a special talent with numbers. His father would make him practice multiplication tables every single day before he could go
Why I
play.
keep yawning so much?
These early years paid off when Jong, at just 12 years old, won a special prize in a national mathematics competition,
So he
beating
clouded.
much older students
He know.
and catching the eye of top educational representatives in the North Korean regime.
Oh, he's clouded
North
now.
Korea's education system is very strict, with a strong focus on loyalty to the regime, along with academic subjects. However, Jong's amazing understanding of numbers and equations allowed him to pursue a more focused education in mathematics, a rare path available only to a few gifted students. Because of his talents, he was granted access to a laptop loaded with math programs to help with his training, which is usually unheard.
They don't all get laptops? Like, how does that work? Look at this. Like, they don't. I don't know. They just don't get technology, or can they? Hold on, let me look that up. Let me look that up before I start sounding stupid. Oh, so they can use smartphones and shit. I bet they don't have TikTok though. Let me see. Does North Korea have TikTok? No, North Korea does not have TikTok. Damn, they struggling out there. I'm not even. They don't even know what a doom scroll is. Come on now.
Heard of. But this laptop was necessary to hone his skills. Despite the lack of internet and frequent power outages, Jong managed to keep his laptop charged using a solar panel he built himself. And in the winter, he used a gasoline-powered generator. Jong's mathematical skill eventually got him a gasoline-powered generator.
Like, oh, because he's smart, then he's just building shit, and they just think, like, oh yeah, like, he's just gonna make us money.
Jong's mathematical skill eventually got him selected for North Korea's team at the International Mathematical Olympiad, IMO, a prestigious event that brings together the best young mathematicians from around the world. The training process for the IMO in North Korea is intense because the country sees success in these types of international events as a matter of national pride. Jong went through rigorous preparation, spending long hours solving complex problems with the help of top mathematicians in the country. This training was not just about improving his math skills, but also about building a sense of duty and patriotism.
Where is he gonna go?
The regime puts immense pressure on its participants to not only succeed, but win. Jong's first trip abroad was eye-opening. Traveling to Colombia for the IMO was a rare chance, since it was his first time leaving North Korea. The trip was full of new things, from the brightly lit cities to the many cars. There were things he had never seen before.
Exactly.
His team did great, ranking 5th worldwide, just behind China, South Korea, the US, and Russia. Jong himself won a silver medal, which was a big achievement. But it wasn't enough for the North Korean regime, which expected him to win gold because of the significant investment they made in him. As Jong stood on the stage in Colombia, his mind was racing. North Korea had been pushing his training for years, recognizing his talent and potential to contribute to the regime's goals. But why was North Korea so interested in students like him? Jong knew the regime wasn't pushing him for no reason.
Smart as hell.
Jong thought back to being given his laptop. What did the regime gain from minds like his? These questions filled Jong's mind, adding to his anxiety as he prepared to make a decision that could change his life forever. Jong was facing an uncertain future, with forces beyond his control watching his every move. But unlike Jong, you can take control over one important part of your life, your online privacy.
Okay, bro.
You and your digital, so virtual browsing from different catalog, thanks to thousands example, which my location accessed, I hide at access cipher.
You got me, bro.
In the 90s, Germany.
Too far.
North Korea's cyber division started in the 1970s, when many students were sent to countries like Russia, China, and East Germany to learn coding. At first,
wait, what?
This started in the Thank you. North Korea's cyber division started in the 1970s, when many students were sent to countries like Russia, China, and East Germany to learn coding. At first, this program aimed to make factories back home more efficient. However, in the 1980s and 1990s, Kim Jong-il realized the potential of creating a team of hackers for the military. This team was responsible for spying for the government and making money. The Korea Computer Center was set up in the early 1990s as the main place for North Korea's computer and cyber activities. The KCC was part of Kim Jong-il's larger plan to modernize the country's technology. At first, the KCC focused on creating software.
This motherfucker evil, bro. Like, come on now. You gonna make a whole ass team to hack us? You ain't hacking us, motherfucker. We gonna hack your ass back.
Software and hardware. but it quickly expanded to include cyber warfare and hacking. The KCC became a training ground for North Korea's top academic talents,
Solid.
teaching them the skills needed for advanced cyber warfare. Kim Jong-un, who took over after his father, decides to take the cyber division of the military even more seriously. North Korea's economy has been hit hard by international sanctions because of its nuclear weapons program. These sanctions have limited the country's ability to trade internationally and access global financial systems. In response, North Korea has turned to cybercrime as another way to make money. Cyber operations are a low-cost, high-reward way to get around economic sanctions and get money. The regime has managed to steal hundreds of millions of dollars through cyber attacks on banks, cryptocurrency exchanges, and businesses around the world.
Ain't nobody stopping this.
North Korea has carried out several high-profile attacks that have caught global news attention.
I would have shut their ass down.
Two of the most famous are the Sony Pictures hack in 2014 and the Bangladesh bank heist in 2016. By building a strong cyber infrastructure and carrying out these different cyber...
Whoa. They hacked Sony?
Sony Pictures hack in 2014 and the Bangladesh bank heist in...
What are you... We pop out at 1 in the morning.
Hey, that is not... There's not a song.
No, I was singing my own, you know?
Yeah, fuck that bitch ass bear, nigga. I'm saying. Fuck.
Alright, let it.
In 2016, by building a strong cyber infrastructure and carrying out these different cyber attacks, the regime has been able to make money to fund itself. With the ongoing sanctions, North Korea is likely to continue its cyber attacks, primarily through its notorious hacking group, Lazarus.
Oh, that sounds badass.
The Lazarus Group is a famous hacking group backed by the North Korean government, training and deploying cyber warriors who use the internet as their battlefield. Lazarus has been linked to some of the most significant cyber attacks in recent internet history. They are well known for their revolutionary hacking techniques, not to mention they have caused millions of dollars in financial losses worldwide. The earliest known attack by the Lazarus Group is called Operation Troy, which took place in 2009. This was a cyber spying operation that used DDoS attacks to target the South Korean government. The rise of the Lazarus Group has led to a significant increase in cybersecurity investments by both private companies and governments all over the world. Companies like Sony are now more vigilant than ever, hiring top-of-the-line cybersecurity analysts.
I'm knowing. First time my PS4 got hacked, or the servers was down, I was pissed, bro. I was pissed.
Using advanced security protocols. Countries have started sharing intelligence about the North Korean cyber warriors and collaborating on cybersecurity investigations to track and mitigate the group's activities. For example, the United States have imposed sanctions on individuals and companies linked to the Lazarus Group. One of the most well-known members of the Lazarus Group is Park Jin-hyuk, a North Korean
That motherfucker
well-known members of the Lazarus Group.
That boy a demon. That boy a savage. Oh my. He be getting work done.
Is Park Jin-hyuk, a North Korean programmer charged by the U.S. Department of Justice in 2018. He was accused of being involved in several major cyber attacks. Park is thought to be a key figure in the Lazarus Group and has been linked to the 2014 Sony Pictures hack and the 2016 Bangladesh bank heist. The U.S. government's charges against Park gave a detailed look into how the Lazarus Group operates. It explained how Park and his team used hacking methods like phishing emails, malware, and social engineering to break into their targets. The charges against Park were significant because it was one of the first times a specific individual was accused of carrying out attacks on behalf of North Korea. Despite the charges, Park is still
Damn.
at large.
Damn, so he was really putting in work for North Korea. Shit, that's crazy.
And is believed to be in North Korea, out of reach of US law enforcement. His case shows just how difficult it is to bring North Korean hackers to justice. In North Korea, the journey to becoming a cyber warrior often begins at a very young age, as we saw with Jong Yul-ri. Talented students are identified through countrywide testing, particularly in subjects like math and science. Those who show above-average scores are recruited into specialized programs, where they receive extensive training in computer science and hacking techniques. The training is in
They just making prodigies over here. Cyber villain prodigies. Like, yeah, I ain't messing with these motherfuckers.
intensive and very in-depth, covering various aspects of cyber strategies, including network infiltration, malware development, and software development. These young recruits are taught to see the internet as a battlefield, where they can engage in cyber warfare to further.
That's so pussy too. Like, I don't know. I just feel like that's so pussy. If you're a hacker, bro, you're literally like. Now I'm saying like if you're hacking for the bad, and no disrespect to like, people out there, but yeah, bro, if you're hacking just to be like evil, bro, you deserve to be locked up. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, but you're evil. You're an evil motherfucker.
Further the goals of the North Korean regime. They spend countless hours honing their skills, ensuring that they are prepared for the sophisticated cyber attacks they will later carry out. The daily life of a cyber warrior in North Korea is
And I know
highly
they
demanding
they
and
get money in
structured.
this shit.
Recruits live within
and whatnot, but,
facilities
like, bro,
run by the state.
It's not worth
Their
it.
routines are strict, with the main part of their day being dedicated
Yeah,
to
little
coding,
weirdo.
computer science, and penetration testing courses. These cyber warriors usually operate in teams, each member specializing in different aspects of IT, so they can fulfill any mission they are given. They work long hours, often isolated from the outside world.
Hey, they won't do nothing in real life though. They won't do nothing in IRL. I pull up on them with a motherfucking blammy.
With limited access to information from outside of North Korea.
Hold on.
The state provides them with the necessary tools
here
and
we go.
resources, including top-of-the-line PCs and software. But their activities are closely monitored to ensure loyalty and prevent any leaks. Despite the
He gon'
intense
fuck
pressure
'em
and work
over.
environment, cyber warriors are considered elite members of society in North Korea.
Wait.
They receive better food,
He ain't gonna
housing,
escape.
and other
He might
privileges
escape.
compared to
My bad. He might escape, but now I'm thinking like he's just gonna fuck him over now. Like, damn, he's gonna fuck all they shit up, and he's probably gonna end up in jail, North Korean prison.
the general population. This special treatment is a part of the regime's strategy to maintain their loyalty, preventing defectors, and dedication to their missions. Defecting from North Korea is extremely dangerous, with the risks of being killed or captured so high. A typical escape usually starts by crossing the heavily guarded borders, normally into China, since the demilitarized zone between North and South Korea is one of the most dangerous borders in the world. North Korea has strict border controls that are riddled with landmines, electric fences,
What
and
the
guards who have
fuck?
orders.
Bro, you shouldn't be trying to, like, you wouldn't even have to be trying to keep people in your country if you're just not so, like, stuck up, bro. Like, holy, motherfuckers really die to this just to try to live their own life. Like, I don't know.
To shoot on sight. Once in China, defectors still have to avoid being caught by the Chinese authorities,
I wonder what them
who
guards
often
feel
send
like.
North Koreans back. Being sent back always means punishment beyond belief. Those who are found
y'all
are
think they
persecuted,
feel
with
any
their family being
remorse or
sent to
anything?
work camps. To prevent people from defecting,
Leave
North
it down
Korea
below.
uses multiple tactics. One of their main tactics is propaganda. The regime portrays the outside world, especially South Korea and the United States, as dangerous and hostile. They
So you-
glorify North
like-
Korean life and leadership, even though they are
Why are
starving.
you trying to corrupt people's minds?
This propaganda is reinforced by strict control over information. Citizens have almost no access to foreign media and the internet. State-controlled media constantly spread pro-regime narratives to maintain loyalty and fear.
Oh, and back to the smartphones. Like, now I see what... Like, they can have smartphones, yeah. But the government can allow and disagree with whatever they want to put on there. They can just put whatever. So, they gonna put... Muff... God damn. They gonna put the stuff that makes North Korea like. I'm gonna have to cut this out because it's bad.
Constantly
Let me go
spread
back.
pro-regime narrative and the internet. State-controlled media constantly spread
State-controlled media.
pro-regime narratives
Okay.
to maintain
Like, that's what I'm
loyalty
trying to say.
and fear of the outside world.
They control
Another
whatever
deterrent is the
on your
threat of
phone.
collective punishment. If someone
So you ain't
defects,
gon-
their
you ain't
family
gonna see
members who
nothing
remain
else
in North
unless you're
Korea
a
often face
hacker.
severe consequences, including imprisonment,
You just gonna
persecution,
think North Korea
or
is the best
execution.
and you gonna live there forever?
This guilt by association policy can extend to 3 generations, making it a powerful tool to control potential defectors
Alright, hold on. Let me go back
or
like
execution.
a little bit.
Another deterrent is the threat of collective punishment. If someone defects, their family members who remain in North Korea often face severe consequences, including
See,
imprisonment,
bro, like-
persecution, or execution.
And if
This
you
guilt
try
by
to
association
basically what they're saying, if you try to escape, you get caught, your family's done too. So like you ain't gonna want to do it just because your family, like, they're just corrupted motherfuckers.
policy can extend to 3 generations, making it a powerful tool to control potential defectors. Travel within North Korea is also tightly controlled. Citizens need permits to move between regions, and international
What the
travel is
fuck?
relatively impossible for ordinary people.
You need a
The
permit
regime also
to
controls
go to a
food
different part
distribution
of
and jobs,
Korea.
ensuring that
That's
citizens
crazy.
rely on the state for their basic needs. Surveillance in North Korea is pretty much everywhere you look. Secret police and informants are constantly monitoring the people.
Yeah.
Citizens are also encouraged and rewarded when reporting suspicious activities. If you do attempt and escape and are captured, public executions are not uncommon to remind everyone what will happen if you try to get out. Despite all of this,
Bro.
few North Koreans manage to defect each year. For our friend
So
Jung Yul Ri,
fucked up,
the answer
like,
became painfully
why-
clear after
why?
returning home
Why
from the
you wanna keep them
2015
in so bad?
Mathematical Olympiad, when he learned from
the
a friend
reason they wanna
that senior
escape is 'cause you
figures from
treat
a
'em
secretive
bad.
government agency were interviewing his close friends and relatives. He instantly knew what was about to happen. The state would harness his talent for numbers by giving him a job as a hacker. This filled him with dread. Working in one of the most guarded sections of the military
He
meant
can't
that he
say
would
no.
be cut off from society and
What is
have
he
no
gonna do? They
freedom
gonna throw him in jail.
whatsoever. He also realized that if he were instructed to join the cyber warriors, he could not refuse. Zhang knew that he could
What
only
I just
compete in the
said.
mathematical Olympiad until he was 18 years old, which meant he could attend one
They
more
gon-
competition
they gon' make him do it.
before being recruited. The very next year, at the 2016 Mathematical Olympiad, held at Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, Zhang knew this was his last opportunity to get out. Since he was a competitor, he was not heavily supervised at the competition. and he was on friendly terms with the teachers who were accompanying the team. After winning another silver medal that year, Zhang took his chance.
I wonder if, say, like, because his teacher, obviously his teacher is there and shit, like, and his classmates. I wonder if they get, like that guilt by association punishment when they get back home, because they let. I mean, I don't know the full story, but they let them slip